Good morning, friends. Happy Saturday. Today we are reflecting on Matthew 21, verses 28 through 31. And this is the parable of the two sons, where the father calls both of them to come work in the vineyard. The first one originally says, "No, I will not come." And then he eventually ends up coming back. And the second son says, "Yes, I'll work in the vineyard," but he doesn't actually go. So I think a lot of us can relate to, or at least understand, the reaction of the first son, being asked to do something and saying no. And maybe this son said no because he was being stubborn, maybe he was being outright disrespectful, or maybe he was just having a bad day. We don't know. But we get it, in a way. But what I think is so interesting is the second son's reaction. Why would someone say yes and then not do it? Why would you even say yes in the first place? And it's interesting because this is actually the son that I relate to more, because it reminds me of all the times I've said yes to God just simply out of fear. In some moments I used to think all right, I'm not allowed to actually think through this. I'm not allowed to ask the Lord if we can talk about it. I would just say yes out of obligation because I was afraid if I questioned anything or I said anything else that I was going to get in trouble, or that the Lord would literally kick me out of the vineyard altogether. And I think it can be so easy to have, in our fallen nature, these misperceptions of God. And one of those is that we can easily see God as a taskmaster. And when we do, I think it's easy for us to either say yes, whatever you say, no matter what, I'm not going to question anything because I'm afraid of you. Or to say no way, forget it. I'm out of here. I'm not, I don't want to be your servant. But the reality is that, the Lord doesn't want servants. He doesn't want robots. It's not the parable of the two robots. It's the parable of the two sons. And we are God's sons and daughters. And He's our Father, and He desires relationship with us. So I think this reading just points to the reality, at least for me when I was reflecting on it, is that it is a deep invitation to relationship with the Father. But not only that, it's a deep relationship with the one who created us, the one who knows we have big emotions, the one who knows we question things, the one who knows we have bad days, and the one who knows we have these smidgen little brains that think we know everything. But like a good dad, He loves us through all of that. And that's such good news, And so just the fact that we have a Father who understands us, and He keeps calling us home, even when we refuse to listen to His beckonings to the vineyard. And the deeper reality as well, that even when we say no, He still loves us. With our God, we truly are free to say yes or no. And I'm convinced that when we truly know these different realities, our freedom and also the Lord's desire for a relationship with us, we can't help but return home, to the good work of the vineyard. We want to, even if it takes us some time. And I think we want to because we know that we have a Father who is for us. And He's not just a Father who's looking for a yes or no answer, but He's a Father who's looking for true and deep and intimate relationship with you and with me. So that's all I got for today, friends. I hope you have a great week, and I will see you next Saturday.